Here I'll show you how to solve quadratic equations using 4 different methods. The first one I'll use is factorization because I can see that's factorizable. So since it's a quadratic, it's going to be double brackets. What two numbers multiply together to give you 8, positive 8, but when added together to give you 6, positive 6. What two numbers? It's 2 and 4. Check. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 add 4 is 6. So 2 and 4. Or 4 and 2, whichever way, it doesn't matter. Right, so if you were to expand this, you should get back to that. So the two values of x, what will make that side equal to 0? Obviously minus 2. If I put minus 2 into the x, minus 2 add 2 will make it 0. So x is minus 2. What will make this side equal to 0? This bracket, obviously minus 4. Because minus 4 add 4 is 0. 0 times anything is 0. Right, those are the two answers. And I've covered this in a previous video, how to factorize quadratics. The other technique I can use is using the quadratic formula, which I've also explained in another video. Here's the formula. I prefer to put these brackets, these containers, and I've explained these containers, what I do with these containers, in a previous video. Right then, what do we have? Going back to this one here. Right, so I'm solving this one again. Don't forget there's an invisible 1 here. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 8. And that's what we need to substitute into our formula. B is what? 6. B is 6. So that'll be 6 squared. A is equal to what? 1. And C is equal to 8. All over 2 times what? What's A equal to? 1. Let's simplify this. 6 squared is 36 minus 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 8 is 32. All over 2 times 1 is 2. 36 take away 32 is 4. That's 4 there. Square root of 4 is 2. Don't forget we've already got the plus and minus there. Square root of 4 is plus and minus 2. That's why we've got the plus and minus 2 there. All over 2. Let's simplify this. Minus 6 divided by 2 is minus 3. Don't forget the plus and minus. 2 divided by 2 is 1. We've got two answers there. Minus 3 add 1 is equal to minus 2. Minus 3 take away 1 is minus 4. Those are the two values of x's that I have. And look at that. That's what I had. When I factorized it, because it was factorizable, I used that. That's the best technique for this. I've got the two answers there. Using the quadratic formula, I get the same two answers. The other one is using, to solve this, I could use completing the square. Let me just write this down over here. I'm going to solve this using the using completing the square. So remember, in the previous video I showed you how to do this. You always start off with this because I'm completing the square. Look at the middle number, the coefficient of x. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9, so you take away the 9. Don't forget the plus 8. So that is minus 9 add 8 is minus 1 is equal to 0. Right, let me carry on here. Let me just write that again. Let me just write that down again. Right, to get rid of minus 1, you plus 1. What do you do on this side? Do on the other side. These cancel, you're left with x plus 3 squared is equal to 0 plus 1 is 1. Now you need to square root both sides to get rid of the squaring. So Square root knocks out squaring. So you're left with x plus 3 is equal to square root of 1 is plus and minus 1. Now you take away 3, I'm running out of space here. To get rid of plus 3, minus 3. What do we do on this side? Do it on the other side. These cancel, you're left with x is equal to minus 3 plus and minus 1. There's two answers there you can see. Minus 3 add 1 is minus 2, and the other answer is minus 3 take away 1 is minus 4. Those are the two values of x's that I have, which is what I had when I factorized it. Look, minus 2, minus 4. Using completing the square, also got minus 2, minus 4. Using the quadratic formula, also got minus 2, minus 4. Now I'm going to show you how to solve this quadratic equation by plotting a graph of this, y equals to x squared plus 6x plus 8. To do that, you have to have a table of values. Now, I'm not going to concentrate too much on the details of how to do this because that was for a previous video, for another video. So here, what you do is replace the x with 1, replace the x's with 1 and see what value of y you get, and then replace it with 0, negative 1, negative 2 and so on and so. So if we replace the x with 1s, the value of y I get is 15. Replace the x with 0 and so on. Replace the x with negative 1. Right, what I now need to do is plot these these ones along the corridor, these ones up the stairs. So 1 along the corridor, 15 up the stairs. 1 and 15 right there. 0 and 8, 0, 8. Negative 1 and 3, negative 1, 3. Negative 2 and 0, negative 2, 0. Negative 3, negative 1, negative 3, negative 1 down here. Negative 4 and 0, negative 4 and 0, negative 5 and 3, negative 5 and 3 right there. So then now, wherever the graph crosses the x-axis, here and here, it crosses at x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 4. Those are the two answers. So when you solve this, you get these two as answers, which is what we've been having when we solved it using factorization, using the quadratic formula, completing the square. So what we're trying to say here, when x is minus 2, when you replace x and x here with minus 2, when you substitute it, the value y becomes 0. So when x is minus 2, y is 0. Minus 2 along the corridor, 0 up the stairs. There you go. And similarly, when you replace x with minus 4 in here and here, all of that becomes 0. So when x is minus 4, y is 0.